Let's start off with our top story of the day, and we deal with prediction markets as we seemingly are always at the top of the show too. Coalition for Prediction Markets, that includes Kalshi, Coinbase, Robinhood, took out a full-page ad in the Washington Post. Why did they do it? They're making the effort to advocate for a regulated prediction market association. With an ad in the Washington Post, it lays out the differences between prediction markets that are registered with the CFTC and unregulated platforms as well. Naturally, it's a state-by-state situation where some states feel they can operate and some don't. Trying to form a coalition will, I guess, make them feel a lot better about their situation, meaning that they're working together to legalize this in some way. But needless to say, states still want their money, they still want their taxes, and they still want them to be regulated by the gaming associations as well, but they claim they're not gaming. Very complicated if you're not familiar with Kalshi, Robinhood, or any of our other shows that we discuss this. We do it every day here on the show. I would encourage you to watch as often as possible to learn more about that in the future. Virginia House of Delegates, meanwhile, overwhelmingly voted on a bill to ensure that folks are not just dropping their credit cards online and maxing out their cards to bet on sports. That makes sense. At a floor session on Wednesday, delegates approved a House bill by a vote of 94-3. It will now be sent to the Senate, and they're looking to follow other states like Iowa, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Vermont, and Illinois, rejecting and restricting credit card use for gambling in the future. So essentially, those of you who want to just drop $10,000 on your credit card, and then you have these big credit card bills, and obviously with gambling, you don't know if you're going to win or you're going to lose, trying to eliminate that from the conversation. I like it. Pro Football Hall of Fame has released a statement regarding Bill Belichick's non-voted in to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. The statement says, if it is determined voting members violated the selection process bylaws, an action will be taken, including removal as a member of the selection committee. I do see this morning that we're starting to percolate with some folks who were admitting they did not vote for Belichick, which, by the way, nothing wrong with that if that's their opinion. I have a feeling a lot more will be said on this before the Super Bowl next week, especially when they make this announcement coming up. I believe it is next Friday or Saturday night. Drake May limited in practice ahead of the Super Bowl, but no issue there. Also, Bo Nix says his ankle injury is not a concern. He'll be back in 4 to 6 weeks. Sean Payton said at his press conference there was some pre-existing injury to Bo Nix, and it was inevitable this was going to happen. Nix has pushed back on that. I don't know if we have a battle with Nix and Payton at this point. I guess wait to see. All right, Cavs beat the Lakers very easily last night in what could be LeBron's farewell to Cleveland, 129-99. Cleveland takes care of LA. They were 3.5-point favorites. Donovan Mitchell had 25 points. Cavs are one of the hottest teams in the NBA. They've won 5 straight games, but the story, of course, was LeBron, who looked up at the Raptors and saw all of the things that, of course, meant a lot to him, including championships and seeing some of his old buddies there, seemingly kind of pointing toward the last ride for LeBron in Cleveland. Take a listen.
Well, I mean, obviously, my teammate who I won the championship with, did the knife, took the knife out, RJ took the knife out of the thing. Obviously the moment they put up there with their, the Detroit game, looking up in the rafters at, I seen our championship banner. So yeah, of course it was a lot of reflecting for sure. Is that like a tradition they doing that now here? They pulled a knife out? Okay, cool. I looked at some of our assistant coaches on the bench and I was like, it's crazy that I'm watching my teammate that I won a championship from 10 years ago, and now he's an analyst and I'm still playing. And it is super, super crazy to think about that. But a lot of us are still on a group chat. Myself, Channing, RJ, Tristan, K-Love. And we got some plans for our 10-year reunion that will be finalized after the season, Kev's season, my season. And it'd be good to see those guys again.
Who knows if he will retire? Sort of. I feel like this is it for LeBron this year. I don't know. All right, Knicks take care of the Raptors 119-92. They blew them out. Mikal Bridges had 30 points in this one, and it was an absolute blowout in the second half as the Knicks outscored the Raptors 72-41. After the game, Mike Brown gave all the props to his defensive wizard, OG Anunoby.
OG was our defensive player of the game. I think he had six steals, 7 deflections. Like, those numbers are unheard of defensively. And, the thing that I loved about OG was his ability to attack the rim. Like, he attacked the rim like a grown man.
For the offense to slow down, We got a little stagnant. I thought we pushed the pace in the first and second quarter a little bit more than the second half. And they just got a little bit more physical. They capitalized off our turnovers, off our missed shots. They ran in transition. And we weren't making shots.
Did you watch the show yesterday? Well, I kind of gave you a clue what could potentially happen when the Heat plays the Magic. Usually wacky things happen. Paolo Banchero helped the Magic beat the Heat last night, 133 to 124. The Heat were 3-point favorites. They lose. They have not beaten the Magic once this season. They are 0-4. Here's Jamal Mosley on the outcome.
First off, just how much pressure does getting a win like this do for group just to kind of feel that flow and that confidence again?
The best part about it is that, the things that we've been working on and the things that we've been talking about, we've executed for the most part. And that's what you're most proud of, not necessarily the pressure of getting a win. It's that the things that you've been doing are now being rewarded because of the way we chose to play tonight.
We started out flat. It's hard to explain that. Slowed the pace down, then they were scoring, then it led to us turning the ball over. We had some really, deflating offensive possessions. But we couldn't guard, to give up a 40-point third quarter on our home floor with great opportunity and playing really well in the first half. We just paid the price for that. We missed this opportunity, great opportunity tonight.
San Antonio 111, Houston 99. That was the final in that matchup last night. Rockets were 2.5-point favorites. They don't win. They don't cover. Of course, San Antonio does. Victor Wembanyama had 28 points and 16 rebounds in the game. All right, over to college hoops we go. Number 25, St. John's. They're playing some great basketball. They've now won 7 straight games, destroying Butler 92-70, 12.5-point favorites. They end up winning. Ian Jackson had 18 points in the game, and right now it seems like Rick Pitino pretty happy with some of the way that his younger players are progressing.
Well, I didn't think we'd have a problem, but then when I realized we did, but now we don't have as many problems because Ian's getting better and better, and Dylan Darling's good. So, it's like I said to you guys all along, not just with us, with every coach in the country. The most difficult thing is not navigating the portal, raising money. The most difficult thing is coaching 8 new players every year, and it's not going to be a finished product early on. Now, if you get 4 or 5 starters back in a given year, but that's very few teams have that. So it's just evolving the way we hoped.
Betting sweat last night. If you took Houston, they beat TCU 79-70. They were 8.5-point favorites. Kingston Fleming's 27 points. And the Florida Gators beat South Carolina in an ugly one, 95-48, one of the biggest wins they've had by a margin in the history of college basketball at the University of Florida.